World TV. I'm happy to be back. I want everybody to thumbs up if you like what I do. If you don't, then you can thumbs down. You know, this is not a popularity contest. We're just trying to bring the truth to the people. Now listen, I already know that somebody is going to say, man, what's Canon-Bey? What's Canon-Bey coming at the Moors? Shout out to Arnell-Bey. Brother Arnell-Bey, I only look serious, brother, because I came down with a cold, right? I mean, it came out of the blue. It beat me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to come on Sunday, but, you know, the body just wasn't hearing it. So I kind of laid back and I kind of watched things that was happening. And I said, you know, man, we have to address some things. I'm looking at the brother going live, the young brother, young Dexter. And they young Dexter. Now this guy he's a baby. Let me put it like that. He's a kid. He's a baby. What's up, Justice? He's a baby goat. And when we talk about a baby goat, we talk about a kid. They fall their head to the ground and they just start hitting. They don't look what they're doing. They just bend their head over and start hitting. That's what baby goats do. And that's what a kid is. So this brother, Dexter, he goes live the other day. But let me first say, family, before we do that, I want y'all to know that what I do is most of the time is a response. And I said most of the time is a response to what people say to me. So I'm going to give y'all an example. I'm going to type in Canon-Bey, and I want to show y'all so y'all will know that Canon-Bey, I choose when I respond to people. You know what I mean? So I want to show y'all something real quick before I get into this presentation, right? Let me show you right quick. If I can find it, I'm going to look it up right now. Hold up. I just seen it on a thing too, man. Let me see, man. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. See, Canon-Bey, Christopher Canon-Bey. I just got to prove my point real quick. Okay, here we go. I want to prove my point real quick, family, that I am on the defense. I'm always on the defense, family. Y'all just don't know when I'm ready to come because I don't do it when they say I'm going to do it. So this was 8 months ago. And this was C. Canon-Bey 8 months ago. You see, this was him 8 months ago. Let me turn up. I go everywhere. You see? Look. All you want. But this website is not. Dude, this is silly. If y'all go check it out, y'all see how silly it is. He's not really saying nothing. It's just a collage of my videos. And he says that, homie, don't play that. But look at it. Sends in the clowns. Canon-Bey sends in the clowns. I'm just breezing through it. But that's it. And this is what he does. He used these videos, but I mean, it's really not saying them. It's goofy, at least, at best. You know, it's silly. It's 8 months old. Yeah, it's 8 months old. But I choose when I'm ready to respond. You know what I mean? I choose when I'm ready to respond. And so now I am ready to respond. But nevertheless, family, recently, and I'll show you, recently, they posted a video, and they be sneak dissing and all of that stuff, which I don't have no problem with that. But they posted a video, and I invited them to come on the channel. I invited him and his crony, the little kid, to come on the channel, tell me their position, and then I would go ahead and put my position. Now, my position, I ain't gonna yell too much because my voice. Now, my position is that they are teaching nothing to do with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's my position. That C. Canon-Bey has nothing to do with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Nothing. Now, first of all, I want to qualify. He has nothing to do with the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay. The reason why he has nothing to do with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is because he doesn't understand the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Nor do I believe that the Taj Tariqites understand the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Nor do I believe that the Moorish American government understand the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Nor do I believe Bratton Bey, Roy Bey understand the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Shout outs to H-Town, Braggs Bay. I believe that they have a misunderstanding of what the movement is dedicated to. That's what I believe. And I'm willing to show and prove that all times. So first, let's get to the first clip. This is what was on this week, family. Matter of fact, first and foremost, I rise giving praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I give honor to his noble, illustrious prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I give honor to everybody that's in the chat to view this presentation, because this presentation will give you the ability to choose what's right and what's wrong. You know, this is good. I use the clown face, but I'm actually going to bring facts for you, so you can have the ability to choose what's right and what's wrong. What's Moorish science, what's not. What is Moorish science according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and what is Moorish science according to C. Canon-Bey. Now, when you watch this presentation, bear in mind, this also applies to the Taj Tariqites and R.B. Beyites. Because C. Canon-Bey only hijacked a portion of the Taj Tariqites movement and the R.B. Beyites movement, and then he blended together to make a gumbo called the USAR. That's all he did. That's all he did. And I'm going to show and prove this. He have made a gumbo called the USAR. So with that, family, let me take you to the video that he did this week. I spliced it just a little bit. Just so I can get to my presentation. But now, here it is right here. Let me stretch it out for you. There you go. Let me move him out the way. So we get this video jumping. And this is how we going to do it. Get on over there. Get on over there, homie. Okay, now here we go. What's going on here? It's live. What up, boy? What's going down?
All them guns and shit they call themselves taking up, ain't none of that shit gonna help. You know why? These some bitches will make a tornado, goddamn, a hurricane, goddamn, flood the whole Texas. And once Texas, when that water style recede, the military in that bitch, and they set up. They would flood. So all them places you got them guns in is underwater, man. Now what? And what you doing? You come to us talking about you need food and shelter, and guess what? We're gonna give you some food and shelter right this way. Well, I'll tell you what. And you never get to them guns. Because when we put you in this FEMA concentration camp, buddy, we finna export you about this country military in that bitch. And they set up. They done flood. So all them places you got them guns in, so Federal is your government. Federal is your government. So now that you coming back into your own government, taking your seat in your government, and you are God, then you gonna have a godly government being ran by godly men and women who have what? Y'all got any questions? Smoke weed. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to. Stop coming on the side, nigga. Stop coming on the side, nigga. Stop coming on the side, nigga. What's going down? Oh, talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. He said, I agree, we should study the law, but show me where the prophet says study law. That's what he wanted to see. Show him where the prophet says study law. That's what he said. Is that what you meant by your statement, brother? Wait. What are you studying when you read the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America? You studying law. That's what the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America is.
Okay, family. Now the reason why I wanted to bring that particular clip into the reason why I wanted to bring that particular clip into to start the show off is because when they were going live, the brothers made a statement and he said, the prophet said study law. Family, let me inform you. The reason why they do this, him, Taj, and anybody else with an imposing teachers of the prophet Noble Drew Ali, they use the prophet and they attribute quotes to the prophet that don't even exist. You know what I mean? That don't even exist. Now check this out. When that brother says the prophet says study law, my question is, no, I'm not saying don't study law. But I want you to show me where the prophet says study law. Why am I saying that? Because I know that you're using a psychology to try to convince people that the prophet said something when the prophet didn't say something. Now, studying law is good. Study is good. But the prophet never said these things. Never. And if you're quoting the prophet, make sure you quote him right. Don't use false quotes to qualify your misinterpretation or misleading of the people. Don't use that because the prophet never said study. Taj Tariq Bey. The prophet never said study law. Taj Tariq Bey. See Canon-Bey. The prophet never said that. Now, should we study? Absolutely. We don't need to say the prophet said that to qualify that. Should we study law? Absolutely. We don't need the prophet to say study law in order for it to be a good idea. You know what I mean? That's just common sense. But why do they use the prophet? They use the prophet because they can't stand alone with their teaching. And so they use and misrepresent the prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now let's check this out. Since he wants to study law, let's talk about studying a little bit law. Let's get into this real quick because this is a nice lengthy little presentation, because what I'm doing on this presentation is I'm going to take his own words and I'm going to compare them to the teachings of the prophet Noble Drew Ali. So first up, what the brother says is on his website, mind you, let me stop for a second. Mind you, this website is a great governmental website for the United States Republic, but you also can make it with Wix.com. I mean, it's very fabulous. It's a beautiful drag. I'm actually using myself for Moorish World. You actually can drop and drag. I mean, it's beautiful. You can do it on Wix.com. Wix.com. You can do a government website and be in an official government. Let me explain something, family. Making a website don't make you a government. That's number one. Building a website with Wix doesn't qualify you being a government. That's number one. Number two, let's get into the presentation. Here we go. Let's get into the presentation real quick. We're going to start with, we're going to use his information in order to qualify what we're talking about. That's what we're going to do. We'll use his information to qualify exactly what we're talking about. So off of his Wix government website called the United States Republic Government, it says that it would seem that on the horizon in America, after many years of slavery, the so-called African-American people are awakening to their true heritage and nationality, sparked by the teachings and lessons of Noble Drew Ali of 1886 to 1929, of which he almost vanished from the face of the earth. But because of loyal, faithful Moors and members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the true teachings of nationality and citizenship are rediscovered and reestablished, igniting a new generation of Moorish American people. Now, first of all, the brother goes on to say that he's a de jure government. So, family, we must qualify and look up and see what kind of government that is. So, if y'all have the time to Google a de jure government. Now, I could be saying it wrong, but what I've come to see is that that is a government that is legal and legitimate government of a state and so recognized by other states. We know when we're talking about recognized by other states, we're speaking in the terms that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali spoke, being recognized by the nations of the earth. These are nation states, as I've always taught on other presentations. When you talk about state, we're talking about nation states in this context. So in order to be a qualified government entity, first of all, you in this society and around the world, you must be recognized as one of the nation states. And you're recognized. That's what legitimizes you. You know what I mean? So it said, in contrast, a de facto government is an actual possession of authority and control of the state. So the question is, what state is this brother is control of? For example, a government that has been overthrown. He has not overthrown anything and has moved to another state. He hasn't moved anywhere. Will attain de jure status if other nations refuse to accept the legitimacy of the revolutionary government. In other words, to be a government, first of all, you're going to be recognized. But if not, then what you need to do is overthrow. Let me stop so I can look at the people. So what you need to do is overthrow the government. That's number one. Now that goes directly against what the prophet said. We are not to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government. Now, if you're not recognized, now come on now, let's be real. If you're not recognized after establishing a government by other nation states, the other way to move is to move out or to overthrow and then establish yourself. Now, again, that goes against what Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, that we are not to overthrow the constitutional laws of the said government, the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Obey hereby what? When you obey the laws of the prophet, you shouldn't be going to jail. That's it. We're going to keep it plain and simple. So him on this Wix government website that he built, he actually tells on himself that he's in opposition of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now, one of the main questions that the young fella, the young kid, the baby goat has to ask me was, how do you confer nationality? And he keeps saying it over and over and over. He said that he have asked grand sheiks, he have asked this person, he have asked that person, and nobody has an answer. Well, brother, today you get your answer. The way, let me go back to my screen share. The way that you're gonna have your nationality conferred, I'm going to show you today. But before I show you that, let me first go back to your government. First of all, you don't create a government by filing a nonprofit business. As you can see right here, this is what the brother supposedly filed for his habeas corpus. And as the show go on, oh, matter of fact, hold up, my fault. This is the different document. Hold up, this was something else. We're gonna go back to that. This is this is the your government constitution. Oh yeah, he was filing a case on somebody in his government's behalf. Hold up, that's something else. I went too fast. I moved too fast. Let's go back here. Let's stop here. Now, on his government Wix website, he says that, and he's quoting the Prophet Noble Drali and family. I want y'all to listen to this one close. I've been teaching this real regular lately. He says on his Wix website, you may be conscious, but you are still not Moorish American. And this is what he says. Noble Drew Ali stated, those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classed as undesirables and are subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. Now, this comes off of his site. Now, the question being is, what government was the prophet talking about? Now, listen what he says. He's quoting the prophet. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government. My question becomes now, what constitutional government was in place? What constitutional government was in place during the time of the prophet other than the United States government? Because I'm about to read exactly what the prophets say. I'm going to take the whole thing what the prophets say. I'm not going to take bits and pieces. And some people in the temple may be getting a lesson tonight. Some people may be getting the temple lesson tonight. Now check this out. Let's go. Here we go. Let me get it up for you. Everybody gonna get a lesson tonight. Those in the temple, those who are outside the temple. Now, remember what he says. Now, what Canon-Bey is trying to say that he is that free, he is claiming a free national name, and he is their free constitutional government, meaning that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali prophesied the coming of Canon-Bey, maybe. I don't know. But let's see what the prophets say. This is where he grabbed this at, family. Everybody who's familiar with the Moorish Science Temple of America would be familiar with this document right here. This is called the Divine Warning by the prophet. Now I want y'all to listen. People in the temple, people outside the temple, y'all gonna get a lesson today. And I challenge anybody. Let me stop sharing and look in the camera. I challenge anybody to challenge me on what I'm about to say about the free national constitution and the free national name. We can do a dialogue right here respectfully in this temple, outside the temple, because we're going to get this right. Or we're going to get this right. Now listen, pay attention closely, family. Don't get bored. Take the lesson. Take some notes. Pay attention closely so you won't be played. This is how people trying to play you. This is how Taj play you. This is how Canon-Bey play you. And everybody associated with them try to play you. So I want y'all to check this out. Pay close attention to what I'm about to read. It's the words of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay? So here we go. And I'm going to read slowly. I'm going to calm down. This is from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. Family, I'm going to say it again. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classified as undesirables. I'm going to go down to the second paragraph. I, the prophet, was prepared by the great God of Allah to warn my people to repent from their sinful ways and go back to the state of mind of their forefathers, divine and national principles, and that they may be law-abiders and receive their divine rights as citizens according to the, not what's to come, the free national constitution. What constitution was he talking about? Let's stop right there. Did anybody tell me what constitution he was talking about? Moore. Okay, Moore, you'll take the challenge? You call me right now. We can stop the show right now. Let me put the number up. But you're going to have to be respectful. We can take this challenge right now. Because we ain't going to play no games with this. Let me put the number up. And then you say your piece, I say mine. Matter of fact, what's your email address? I'll send you the link right now. We can put a pause on this show because this is one of the great issues that have people confused. This is one of the great major issues that have people confused. Give me your email address. I'll bring you to the show right now. Now, I bring articles of a federation? No, and I'm going to prove that wrong too, brother. I'm going to prove that wrong too. I'm going to prove that wrong too. The point of the matter is, let me see, I need to see the email address. Put the email address up. Anybody that want to come in, we can debate that and I can go back to see Canon-Bey. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now back to the programming. Now back to the programming. Take a lesson and take notes, family. Don't challenge the teacher. Take notes and then come back. Now, the question is, I said, what constitution was he talking about? Somebody said the Articles of a Confederation. I say no, because the Confederacy, they lost, and now their laws are obsolete. So he couldn't have been talking about that. They didn't win nothing. They didn't win nothing. The Confederacy got beat. The Union won. So what is he talking about? He's talking about the Constitution of the United States as we know it. That's what he's talking about. And I'm going to prove it with his own words. Matter of fact, let me prove it right now with his own words. And then we go back and then we slide back up. Let me prove it right now with his own words. With the Prophet Overdue Ali's own words. Give me 1 second. He can't be talking about the Articles of Confederacy because in this same presentation right here, you see he mentions the 14th and 15th Amendments. So he's definitely not talking about the Articles of Confederacy. He mentioned the 14th and 15th Amendment, but we're going to go back. We're going to get back to that in a minute until we see a challenge. Now, the Prophet Overdue Ali says, and I'm back at paragraph 2, he said to go back to their forefathers, divine national principles, that they will be a law abiders and receive their divine rights as citizens. Citizens of what? Family. Citizens of what? Receive our rights as citizens. Citizens of what? I got you. I'm about to put you in. And we're gonna take 30 minutes and go in on this. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Citizens of what? I just sent it to you. I just sent it to you. You come on the show. Citizens of what? The prophet over Dry Lee says, so we can receive our divine rights as citizens. Citizens of what? Huh? Matter of fact, matter of fact, nah, he can come down. He can come on. Because if the prophet say he was trying to get us in a position to receive our divine rights as citizens, we're talking about citizens of what? The challenge terrain is that I said that I would accept any challenge if somebody tells me that the prophet, what the prophet was talking about when he says, let me go back to it. Let me go back to it. Because this is where a lot of the confusion lies. And we're going to clean it up today. We're going to put it on the record today. When the prophet said the citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. I say, what is that national constitution he's talking about? And what is that free national name? Because when we go down, we'll begin to see that the prophet talk about the Greeks, the Italians, the Greeks, the English, the Japanese. They must claim their free national name. So we're talking about a free national name that supersedes religion, creed, and geographical location that you descend from. We're talking about a free national name that's consistent with the free national constitution of this day and time. And what constitution is he talking about? What is he talking about, people? Huh? What free national constitution? Let's go. Let's go. We know what free national constitution he's talking about. Let me share and show you what free national constitution he's talking about. And I'm skipping around now because I want to make this point. The free national constitution he's talking about is the 14th and the 15th Amendment brought the North and the South in union, placing the Southerners who were that time without power with the constitutional body of power. What constitutional power? We're talking about the constitutional power of the Union. The Southerners were at that time without power. What is the constitutional body of the Union except for the Constitution of the United States? At the end of that time, 1865, the free national constitutional law, not the Constitution, the constitutional law, not the Constitution that was enforced since 1774, declared all men equal and free. He's not talking about the Articles of Confederacy. He's talking about a free national constitution law that was enforced since 1774 that declared all men equal and free. And if you went to the 3rd grade, you know what constitutional law he's talking about. But if you want to be tricked and fooled, then you're going to make some stuff up. And if all men, now I'm going to say this to all Moors, and if all men are declared by the free national constitution to be free and equal, since that constitution never changed, there is no need for the application of the 14th and 15th Amendments for the salvation of my people and citizens. Meaning the 14th and 15th Amendment can be disregarded because we are born equal and free. You can't free somebody who was born equal and free. That's why it doesn't apply. It's not because of Abraham Lincoln. It's not because of somebody figured that the Articles of Confederation supersedes the Constitution in which we live by. No, because it declared all men equal and free. And if let me stop and look at my people. If we are declared equal and free, there is no need for you to free me. How can you free me with a 14th and 15th Amendment if I was already declared equal and free by the constitutional law of 1774? How can you free me? So this is what nationality is all about. Understanding the trick that's been played. Family, you are free. Now you have to apply your freedom and get into the raw civics of Moorish science. But let's get back to C. Canon-Bey. I sent the brother the link. He ain't come in yet. So I don't know. He might be a little bit shook, but that's all right. We're going to get back to the ridiculousness of C. Canon-Bey. That's what we're going to get to. And if he come in, he going to get some of this work too. And like I said, everybody can get this work. You know, due to the simple fact that people have been lied to and misled far too long. Now, so when the prophet's talking about the citizens of all free national governments according to their national constitution, he is talking about the Constitution of the United States, and this is your government. Bearing one free name, free national name, that free national name, the national name of this Constitution is American. Anybody want to challenge me? Let's get it. Your national descent name is Moorish. The national free national name is America. Is American. And anybody that comes, let me stop this again. Good goodness of grace, we heating up. Anybody that comes to America, anybody, whether Italians, whether it's Greek, and the prophet said this, whether it's Italian, whether it's Greek, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Chinese, the free national constitution and the free national name of that constitution is American. So even if an Italian proclaims their nationality to be Italian American, the free national name of this country is American. And this is why the prophet Noble Ali said we must proclaim our free national name to be recognized by this government and the nations of the earth. They recognize, but then you have to proclaim your national descent name because people place their trust on the name and principles of their forefathers. National descent name is one thing. National descent name is one thing. Descent. Free national name is another thing. Your free national name is American. Whether you like it or not, you can dislike that European till you blue in the face. Your national descent name is one thing and your national name is another. This is the teachings by the prophet Noble Ali. And he said you need to proclaim that so you can get back into the constitutional fold because you have been falling short. Why do he want you in the constitutional fold? Because within the constitutional fold, you are provided inalienable rights that put you in the position to be in charge. To be in charge. But you don't want to be in charge. You want to try to take the back door. You want to create new stuff because you haven't studied the prophet enough. As I said in a post today, I done studied the prophet 3 times times 5. 3 times times 5. But let's go straight back to it. I opened the door for a brother to come in. He ain't here yet. I advise him not to. It'd be wise not to, because I'm turned up. So, this is what Canon-Bey says. If Italians, Greeks, and this comes from the prophet Noble Ali. If Italians, Greeks, English, Chinese, Japanese, Turks, and Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional fold of the United States, not just proclaim it. This is what happens when you go to immigration. When you go to immigration, you have to say, fill out some paper to become American citizen. And that's naturalization. And you have to do it before the United States constitutional government, the constitutional government of the United States. It's no more than right that the law, y'all want to talk law, that the law should be enforced on all American citizens alike. You already been a citizen. You just don't understand how your citizenship works because you cling to the name of Negro, Black, and Colored. He said these, let me go to what the prophet said. The prophet says, let's get right here. Let me get back to it. He said, I love my people and I desire their unity back and mine back to their own national and divine standards, because day by day they have been violating the national and constitutional laws of their government. What is he talking about? By claiming names and principles that are unconstitutional. What constitution is he talking about? Then he goes to say, if Italians, Greeks, English, Chinese, Japanese, Turks, Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of what? The United States of America. It is no more than right that the law should be enforced on all American citizens alike. Notice that the brother did not put the whole thing right there. Notice he didn't put the whole thing right there. What is he missing? What is he missing? Huh? What is he missing? He's missing before the constitutional government of the United States of America. He's missing upon all American citizens alike. So you already know that he's trying to put the Mickey in the drink. That's what hustlers do. You know what I mean? A slip of the hand. A slip of the hand. He slipped of the hand. He dropped the Mickey in the drink. He took out some and used what he could. And this is the ridiculousness of C. Canon-Bey. Because he got these little guys running around, think they doing something. He done put his hand in the drink. The prophet talks about the United States government. And now this brother takes that part out and try to act like he's an official government that we supposed to have an allegiance to. Well, let me tell you something. Regardless whether you have allegiance to C. Canon-Bey wiki government or the United States constitutional government, regardless of what you choose, you will be dealt with accordingly. If you break a law, you're going to be dealt with. It is what it is. Why? You are born on the soil of the United States of America. And being born on the soil of United States of America makes you a citizen. But you don't understand how citizenship works because you are so caught up into Negro, black, and colored. Or you proclaimed your nationality, but you studied everything except for the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You studied Taj too much. You study his cronies too much. But we're going to break this all up today. You know what I mean? Again, I invite anybody. Send me your email. You can come on the show. I will calm down. I see my brother Ishmael Bey in the chat. He will come in and moderate. I will give you my proof. You give me your proof. And we let the people decide. We let the people decide. Now, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, if Italian, Greeks, English, Japanese, Chinese, Turks, Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name, which would be American if they become American citizens, and religion that could be of your choice before the constitutional government of what? The United States of America, not the constitutional government of USAR that's phony and just a Wix website. It is no more than right that the law should be enforced upon all American citizens alike. You are a citizen, but you need the law enforced upon you so you can activate the rights of citizenship, which is ultimate civics within the framework of this Constitution. Activate your citizenship. Now, if you notice right here, I didn't take anything out or add anything, but I put a line right here. It's a yellow line. Because right here, this comes out in editorial. And they humped it all together. But right here, it's talking about another topic. Now we begin to talk about national descent name. Right before this line, we were talking about national. Your national name. Your free national name. Now we're going to talk about your national descent name. Talk to me, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. In all other governments, when a man is born and raised there and asks his national descent name and fails to give it, he is misused in prison. That'll be like somebody come to your house, you say, man, where you from, man? Don't worry about that. Or exiled. Get out my house. Any group of people that fails to answer up to the constitutional standard of law by name and principles, because to be a citizen of any government, again, what government are the prophet talking about? You must claim your national descent name, which is Moorish, different from free national name, because they place their trust upon issues and names formed by their forefathers. So family, national descent name and free national name are two different things entirely. Who want to step up? Are two national things entirely. Huh? More. I gave you the link. Being born here does make you a citizen. The prophet said you being born here doesn't make you a citizen, because what makes you a citizen is activating and understanding how citizenship works. You're not a citizen until you activate your citizenship. That's why he said it need to be forced on all citizens alike. Look at it in context. The only way you become a true citizen is you activate the power of your citizenship. So born here and not activating your citizenship, you know what I mean? It doesn't make you a citizen in that regard. Context. Context. Y'all want to argue in that? Bro, I just sent you an email, brother. I just sent you an email. Don't act like I just ain't sent you an email. I just sent you an email. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to do it one more time. Hold up, man. This ain't, hold up, man. I'm going to do it one more time. I just sent you one. Ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do it one more time. You know what I mean? Being a citizen, and when the prophets say being born here don't make you a citizen, that only refers to, family, is that you're not activating your citizenship. That's it. Context. Context. Because we know what the law says. There's only two ways you can become a citizen in the United States. The one is born, and the other is being naturalized. So when the prophet said that, you must mix the two to go into context. And free national name is not Moorish American, because the free national name must be applied to all American citizens alike. And all American citizens ain't Moorish American. Moorish is your national descent name or descent name. American is your free national name. And it applies to Greeks, it applies to Turks, it applies to all other people in this government. Let me go back. You must have came in the show late, Sadiq. You must have came in the show late, Sadiq. But I'll rewind for you. I'll rewind for you real quick. The prophets say the citizens of all free national governments, according to their free national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name, not two, not three, which means everybody who falls under the Constitution of the United States have the same free national name. And that name of this Constitution is called American. You can't get away from it. You can try, but you can't. You can try. You can go in and listen to your other teachers. You can try, but this is the prophet speaking. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are of all one free family, bearing one free national name. And then he goes down and he tells you about if the Italians, the Greeks, the English, the Chinese, the Japs, the Turks, the Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of what? The United States of America. Now, why would a Chinese American come and say, well, I'm Chinese American. No, they would say, I want to be an American. How can I become an American citizen? That becomes their free national name. Now, right here, in all other governments, when a man is born and raised there and asks for his national descent name, national descent name and free national name are two different things. So the national descent name of a Chinese American would be Chinese. The free national name would be American. The national descent name of Italians would be Italian. The free national name would be American, because everybody in America is going to bear one free national name that is in accord with the constitutional government of the United States. Because you're born here. Because you're born here. I got you, Justice. How we activate our citizenship. That's right. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. The free national name of this Constitution is America. American. That is the free national name of this Constitution. The prophet wasn't coming for nothing new. The prophet was trying to get you into the constitutional fold, not take you out. He wasn't trying to take you out. He was trying to put you back in so you can do the things that your forefathers did before the Reconstruction. They ran the South. They ran the South before the Reconstruction. Now, let me answer this for Justice. And I'm going to be short, and then I'm going to get on with the program. Now, I teach this in my Sunday school Quran class all the time. This is called Moorish civics. The way that you activate your citizenship, you must, as Marcus Leonard said, you must be a conscious participant of politics. I'm going to say it again. You must be a conscious participant of politics. All right? Monistic, I just yell. I'm going to try to calm down. You must be a conscious participant of politics. This is what that means. This is Moorish science, according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali civics. This is not Taj civics. This is Moorish science civics. During the days of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, on the south side of Chicago, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali gathered 3,000 Muslims. He gathered 3,000 Muslims. And those 3,000 Moors of the Moorish Science Temple of America, I yell just because that's what I do. Now get the lesson or roll out. Listen to me, family. That's just my personality, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Stop staying stuck on the yelling. Anyway, I'm working on it. Now, these 3,000 Moorish Americans, they voted one way. Now, if the Prophet wanted to create a new government, he had 3,000 willing participants in Temple Number 1 in Chicago. He had 5,000 registered in Detroit. If the Prophet wanted to create a new government, he had the people. He had 30,000 registered Moorish Americans in 1929. 30,000. That is more than enough to start a government. That's more than enough to start a Moorish American party. That is more than enough to start a little mini nation. But what did the Prophet do? He took those people and rallied around candidates that was a part of the United States political landscape and put the vote behind them. He put them in office, and the Moors achieved greatness overnight. The Moors achieved. So the way that you activate your citizenship is local politics. The Moorish Science Temple of America is the staging point. Because see, in ancient Kemet, the temple was used for everything. The temple was used for religion. The temple was used for school. The temple was used for politics. The temple was used for law. The temple was used for everything. Y'all have been tricked to believe that the temple has been turned into a church because these people don't want you to go to the temple. The temple is ground zero to build on our plan to execute our citizenship. Now, if we get 3,000 people in any inner city to vote one way, any seat that we want is ours. Any seat that we want is ours. I was looking at Nationality TV today, and he said he was doing something about Tommy Sotomayor, how Tommy Sotomayor keep coming at the sisters. But I heard him say on there that he was talking about the Europeans benefiting from the welfare system, and how there's more Europeans getting food stamps or welfare benefits than the so-called black people, Asiatics. And he said, they are spending our money. This is what civics put an end to. When you have a representative, your man, your sister in there, they cut the check for you. They cut the check for you. If you get anywhere in the inner city, if you get 3,000 people today to vote one way, you automatically shift the vote. You automatically shift the vote. So when you look at Dr. Retry talk about the Black Sovereignty Plan, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali had the plan. It's called Moorish American Civics. It's called Moorish American Civics. There is no need to create a new government. This is our government. Now let's learn how to reclaim our government. The prophet came with the example of how to reclaim the government. So this C. Canon-Bey thing is ridiculous. Let's get into it. I sent the brother the what's the name again? He didn't come in. I'm gonna keep it moving. C. Canon-Bey is ridiculous. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's confused. But we're gonna go to it. So the brothers say on his website, the following persons shall be nationals and citizens of the United States. A person born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Now check this out. Why would he put this on his website if he's claiming to be a national? Because this simply implies, matter of fact, it don't imply, it emphatically says that if you're born here, you are a national and a citizen of the United States. Brings me to my second point. Let me clear this up. Because somebody had something to say about this on Facebook. A brother had a nerve to tell me that David Baliel say that we are Moorish nationals. And if I disagree with him, why am I following David Baliel? Newsflash. I follow the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who is an angel of Allah sent to bring us the everlasting gospel of Allah. First of all. Second of all, I follow the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who is a prophet of Allah manifested in human flesh. Second of all. Third of all, Prophet Noble Drew Ali is the standard in which I subscribe my lessons to. Now, To be a national, it only relates to you being of the borders of the United States. That's what a national is. An American national is one who is within the borders or one of the territories of the United States. That's all a national is. Now, to say that you are Moorish American national is a contradiction of terms. It is a contradiction of terms. Why? Because first you have to show me where Moorish America at. That's number one. First you have to tell me where Moorish America is at. That's number one. And then I would believe that you are a Moorish American national. That's number one. Because to be a national of something, you are a national citizen, and a national citizen have borders. So to be a China national, a national of China, that means that you are a part of the borders of China. That means if I can show you a video where a brother in DC said he was a national of Algeria. He said, I asked him, was you a citizen of the United States? He said, no, I'm an Algerian national. What does that mean? That his citizenship is within the borders of Algeria. His citizenship is within the borders of Algeria. So if you say that you are a Moorish American national, you must show me the borders. You must show me your constitution. You must show me all of these things that's consistent with being a Moorish American national. And no one can show me that. So the question was today, was Prophet Noble Ali a Moorish American national? No. He was a Moorish American, i.e. an American national. And another person tried to throw it out the window and say, man, he is the president of the Moorish nation or something, da-da-da. Who knows? But come on. Prophet Noble Ali was a citizen of the USA just like you. But he's the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America and a prophet of Allah. But he's a citizen just like you. This is the reason why in the questionnaire he said, what is his nationality? Moorish American. What is your nationality? Moorish American. He wants you to know that your and his nationality is the same. He never used the term Moorish American national. So to be a Moorish American is about applying the civics of this country, of this constitutional framework to your benefit. Like everybody else do. To your benefit. You use it to your benefit like everybody else do. It's not nothing new under the sun. We use it to our benefit. Why? Because we have fell from the constitutional fold and we don't even know the power of this document called the Constitution. But let's get straight to it. There's two categories of citizenship, family. Whether you like it or not is not the point. You can either be a natural born citizen or you can be a naturalized citizen. And it seems like I keep on putting this out there. And this is why I say that you are born a citizen of the United States. And so you have to put that with the prophet teaches when he say, just because you're born here, you're not a citizen. That means you don't even know that you're a citizen. Once you are aware of your citizenship, maybe you will get with your group and power up within the framework of your citizenship and make something happen for your people. So, a natural born citizen, is the acquirement of citizenship at the moment of birth. Y'all talking about law? This is the law in which you have found yourself birthed under. You don't have to like it. You have been birthed on this soil underneath this Constitution. You don't have to like it, but this is just what it is. So the Prophet Noble Ali says, we have fallen from the constitutional fold of the United States. He's trying to get us back in. Why? Because there's power in citizenship as a group. Now, native born is born within the territory or commonwealth under the principle of jus soli, attaining citizenship through parents, etc., etc. Then there's another way called naturalization. Family, there's another way. There's another type of citizenship through the legal process called naturalization. Naturalization is a process by which U.S. citizens is conferred. Let me get to this guy now. See Canon-Bey? Let me get to your point. Which one was this? This is number 10. Let me go down real quick, because this is what you wanted to know, young guy.
Show me the quote from the prophet. Show me how you being a sheep that you in honor as being a sheep, because according to the divine constitution, Act 1, you in violation of the law if you're a sheep. Because the assistant grand sheik is the assistant grand sheik in all uplifting acts, and he live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Actually, that is not what the law say. The assistant grand sheik is to assist the grand sheik in all affairs. But listen to what he said. He don't even know the law.
Sheik in all uplifting acts, and he live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. If you're a sheep.
This is what I said. The assistant grand sheik is to assist the grand sheik in all affairs. This is what he said.
Because the assistant grand sheik is the assistant grand sheik in all uplifting acts, and he live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Show these people how nationality is conferred.
You hear that? He want me to show you how.
Show these people how nationality is conferred. Peace, freedom, and justice. Show these people how nationality is conferred.
There we go, family. He wants to see how nationality is conferred. Okay. There's only, I'm going to come back to this. Again, family, forget what you heard. Forget what you heard. Forget the okie doke. I just let you in. I unblocked you last week, brother. If you can't cover no information, you're going to get blocked again, cool Joe. Go with your barking somewhere else. You know what I mean? Come with some information. If you ain't got no information, and just all you got, I'm going to block you. So the pot calling the kettle black, that ain't no information. You know what I mean? That ain't no, bring some information. If you can't bring information, brother, I'm going to block you. You can call Dirty Moors on your channel. You can call all of that on your channel. Don't block them, sis. Don't block them, sis. Hold up, hold up. Brother, I'm not mad. I'm never mad. I'm just trying to teach the people the real deal. You know what I mean? I'm trying to teach the people the real deal. While y'all faking and trying to sell a book, trying to sell something. Trying to sell something. Bro, I'm blocking you because you're not bringing information. Brother, only thing you bringing is antagonism. Bring some information. Come on here and debate me. I would debate you on your channel. I would debate you on your channel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and block him, man. You teach falsehoods. Debate me then. Debate me. If you can't debate me, then I ain't trying to hear it. Debate me. You know what I mean? If Cujo brings the truth, like, let me tell you something. I can beat Mayweather shadow boxing. But let me get in the ring with Mayweather. Now, if Cujo wants to debate me respectfully, I will guarantee you have a different opinion. You have a different opinion about what Cujo teach. Cujo is shadow boxing without opposition. Anyway, now back to what I was saying. Canon-Bey, let me go back to it because I got thrown off for a second. He said he wants to know how nationality is conferred. Y'all remember that? Let me run it back. Let me run it back. Because now I'm going to show him and his little people how nationality is conferred. Let's go back again.
Sheik is the sister, Grand Sheik, and all uplifting acts that he lived according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Show these people how nationality is conferred. Show these people how nationality is conferred. Show these people how nationality is conferred.
Here we go. Now we're going to show how nationality is conferred. And we already discussed it. There's only two ways you can have a nationality obtained in America and around the world. You're either born or you're naturalized. Matter of fact, in your own words, listen to this. Listen to this. The other type of citizenship is through the legal process called naturalization. Naturalization is the process by which U.S. citizenship is conferred upon a foreign citizen. You can't confer nationality on someone who's born here because the conferred process happens at birth and it's called birthright, birth of soil. You can trick them little goats, them little kids with that. You can't teach well-studied people with that. The process of U.S. citizenship is conferred upon a foreign citizen or national after he or she fulfilled the requirements established by Congress. You are born on this soil. Therefore, the conferred nationality is conferred at birth, whether you know you are a part of this or not. At birth. Now, there's a way that you can get out of this. There's a way you can get up out of this. There's a way you can get out of this. The way that you get out of this is called expatriation. You can expatriate. You know what I mean? You can just you can go to the government if you for real. If you for real, you and your little crew. If you for real. If you for real, bro, Goodman A. Send me your, being born here does make you a citizen. You need to know the context of what the prophets speak. Read the whole prophets. Don't read a little bit. Don't read a little bit. Read the whole thing. You can be a Negro, black, or colored and still be a citizen, but you will neglect your rights of a citizen because obviously you have fallen from the constitutional fold and you wouldn't even know how to exact your citizenship. You wouldn't even know how to exact your citizenship, but you are born a citizen. So in the context, when the prophets say, just because you're born here don't make you a citizen, we got to look at it in context. We need to stop taking things out of context. Being born here don't make you a citizen means this only thing that it means is that you don't understand the value of your citizenship. But let me pause for a second. I'm going to show you how some people work this thing right here. Give me a second, family. I'm going to show you how some people work this thing called citizenship. You know what I mean? I'm going to type in. I'm going to show you how people work this thing called citizenship. Why it's so important. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Work with me. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me screen share this for you real quick. Let me screen share. I'm going to show you how important citizenship is to some people. Y'all don't understand it. Being born here makes you a citizen. Now let's go.
We are learning more today about a group of women known as maternity tourists. Just a couple of days ago in San Gabriel, California, authorities uncovering a home that caters to women from other countries who come to the U.S. for the sole purpose of giving birth here. And when they do, their children are automatically American citizens. And when they do, their children are automatically American citizens. And when they do, their children are automatically American citizens. Why are they doing this? Stephen Camerata is Director of Research at the Center for Immigration Studies. Stephen, thank you for being here. Do we have any idea why they're doing this? Because they're not staying in the United States and taking advantage of that citizenship.
Yeah, this seems to be something more associated with upper class or upper income women from places like China. And they're seemingly using it as an insurance policy. If things ever destabilize with China, then they have this child who's automatically a US citizen, and this could be an in for the United States. Or they think of it in terms of, this is an opportunity. This is something I'm giving my child. America's lax citizenship laws mean that this individual, the child, when they grow up, could come and work in the United States without restriction. So it's both, they're doing it kind of for themselves, maybe as an insurance policy, but also because they think that this is an opportunity.
Now let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. If citizenship was weak, why would people do what I just described? People need the citizenship so they can use the power of the government of the United States. They want to use the power of the citizenship of the United States. We're the only fools that want to jump outside of the constitutional fold. We're the only ones who want to jump outside the constitutional fold. Every other nation of people is trying to get in the constitutional fold because they understand the power of it. The Prophet Noble Ali understood the power of your citizenship. That's why he say born here don't make you a citizen. Because if you don't understand a citizen, you cannot invoke your citizenship or your civic power. For my brother Woods, I'm going to play it again. Man, y'all better study the Prophet, man. The Prophet was ready, man. The Prophet was ready, man. Stop listening to these jokers.
Known as maternity tourists.
Take it back.
We are learning more today about a group of women known as maternity tourists. Just a couple of days ago in San Gabriel, California, authorities uncovering a home that caters to women from other countries who come to the U.S. for the sole purpose of giving birth here. And when they do, their children are automatically American citizens. Why are they doing this? Stephen Camerata is Director of Research at the Center for Immigration Studies. Stephen, thank you for being here. Do we have any idea why they're doing this? Because they're not staying in the United States and taking advantage of that citizenship.
Yeah, this seems to be something more associated with upper class or upper income women from places like China. And they're seemingly using it as an insurance policy. If things ever destabilize with China, then they have this child who's automatically a US citizen, and this could be an in for the United States. Or they think of it in terms of, this is an opportunity. This is something I'm giving my child. America's lax citizenship laws mean that this individual, the child, when they grow up, could come and work in the United States without restriction. So it's both, they're doing it kind of for themselves, maybe as an insurance policy, but also because they think that this is an opportunity for their kids.
Do you see this as better or worse than when we have illegals come into this country and have babies who actually then live here and grow up, trying to be American citizens?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. In some ways, this really does trivialize American citizenship. And we don't know how much of it goes on. There could be tens of thousands or not. We're not really sure. And yes, this person has no commitment to the United States. They see U.S. citizenship entirely as instrumental. On the other hand, it's a much
Gucci
smaller
bag
number
to them.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a luxury, a thing that they have, just in case they want to use it later on, like a spare tire or something. It's a very, it does seem to trivialize, like I said, U.S. citizenship. Of course, on the other hand, with the illegals, we're talking about 300,000 to 400,000 births a year to illegal immigrants. This number could only be in the tens of thousands. So
yeah, it's a bigger number. But
number.
at least the folks who are, doing it, who are illegals, at least they really want it. At least they really want American citizenship for their kids, and they're not going about it the right way. But these women, apparently, they're all hauled up in this house. It's got formula. It's got different rooms, sort of like a hotel. Yeah. They stay for like a month. They have the baby. And that's it. They just want the American. They want the pretty blue passport for an accessory for their child. And the question is this perfectly legal?
It is perfectly legal. There's nothing in U.S. law that prevents you from coming to the United States, really, and explicitly just so you can take advantage of our citizenship laws and have a child. In other words, if you're pregnant, that's not grounds for denying you a visa. If you're pregnant, that's not grounds for denying you admission into the United States.
Should it be? No, I mean, should they move it so that, if you're 2 weeks within delivery and you're not a U.S. citizen, you can't get a visa to come into the country?
Well, we could at least deny that person entrance, or you can come and have a child here, but we're not going to give it citizenship. And we'd have to change how we administer birth certificates.
Yeah.
Well, that's an open question, but the point here is we could change it if we wanted. It's up to us, but so far we haven't.
Well, the ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is saying that they investigated a similar situation in another city last year, but they will not tell us whether they are investigating this operation, saying that's...
So family, the point of the matter is that citizenship is very important to everybody except for us. And this was what the prophet demonstrated, that we must get back into the constitutional fold. And what is he talking about, back into the constitutional fold? We must be conscious as to the power that we have as a citizen. And this is why it's ridiculous for the teachers that Taj teach. It's ridiculous for the teachers that R.V. Bey teach. It's ridiculous for Canon-Bey. It's ridiculous for Moorish American government. It's ridiculous for Bratton Bey. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? This stuff is ridiculous. It's unnecessary. The prophet covered it all. Let's keep on moving with the show, family. Let's keep on. So there's two types of citizens. One is born and one is naturalized. That's how citizenship is conferred. Okay? So let's go back to the video. What the brother wanted to know.
Sheik is the sister, Grand Sheik, and all uplifting acts that he live according to love, true, peace, freedom, and justice. Show these people how nationality is conferred.
Nationality is conferred by being naturalized or born on the soil. Whether it's in America, whether it's in China, whether it's in Yugoslavia, there's only two ways around the world to become a national of any country. You're either born or you're naturalized. And this is universal around the world.
By law. And if you don't show the people how nationality is conferred by law, that means you're not living in truth.
I just showed you by law. By law, you either born or you are naturalized. That's it.
And therefore, you're in violation of the divine constitution being a sheik. And therefore...
Now, I invited this brother to come on the show. Of course, they're not going to come on the show. They're going to use all the excuses. Oh, he wants to debate. Oh, he's like Sinetta. Oh, this and that. They want to use all of that. But no, I'm trying to get to the truth so my people can have something to draw from. I'm trying to give my people the truth so my people can know to stay away from the falsehood and the lies. But now, this young guy, this little kid, he goes on to Ben X show, make Moors look like a fool. And I said it, make us look like a fool. Because right after he did this show, Ben X do a video clowning Moorish Americans. Let's play this.
The Moorish Americans pledged our lives and our property to each other.
So we ain't got no finance to be paying no other nation of people no $200 traffic fine. Ain't finna happen. That you taking from our nation. This all type of stuff that our people could be avoided. All these courtroom situations that can be avoided. This stuff we can deal with now. We can open up one courtroom. This is just stuff people got to get together on. We can put marshals on the street. We got our.
This young guy is talking about putting marshals on the street. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Marshals on the street. Again, that's another way to perpetuate. This is what these people gonna bow down to. This is something they can't touch. They can't touch it. Because we got a treaty with them, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. So you.
Brothers and sisters, that Treaty of Peace and Friendship had nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. And I will challenge anybody to a debate on that. Nothing to do with the Moors who were subjugated to slavery. Nothing. That treaty of friendship and freedom, or freedom and friendship, was for Moroccan nationals. You were not a Moroccan national.
You saying like us right now? If the police want to come against us to an extent to where, I mean, another state citizen. So let's say, like the police is a militia. They really the militia for the state.
Look how these brothers look at this ridiculousness. They know this is foolishness.
So the police want to come against me as the national. They declare war on me. You declare war on the whole nother nation. This is where the federal government come to play at. The federal government come to play to deal with these two nations.
Now this is what this young guy say. He said that the federal government come into play to deal with two nations, talking about the police and him. Listen to this. Listen to this madness.
The federal government come to
listen
for the state. Like the police is a militia. They really a militia for the state. So the police want to come against me as the national. They declare war on me. You declare war on the whole nother nation. This is where the federal government come to play at. The federal government come to play to deal with these two nations.
So check this out. What he's saying is that the police pull them up. They representing the state. They representing the nation, which is the state. For example, I'm in the state of Maryland. If the police pull me up, the federal government come up and they make a decision between my state, if I was a part of USAR, and the Maryland State Police, if you will. And that's what the federal government is for. Do you hear this nonsense? Listen to this recklessness. Let's hear it one more time. I want you to make sure you hear this nonsense.
This is the militia. They really a militia for the state. So the police want to come against me as the national. They declare war on me. You declare war on the whole nother nation. This is where the federal government come to play at. The federal government come to play to deal with these two nations.
Now listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. Listen how he's so confusing. He said that when the police come for him, the federal government comes to deal with them as two different nations. The police represent the state and he represent USR. Okay, so whatever. Yeah, sound good. Sounds silly to me. Sounds silly to me. But this is how we allowing people to represent the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And the unsuspecting people think that this stuff is real. I mean, now listen to this. Soon after he went on there, right? Soon after he been on there with Ben X, right? Soon after he been on there with Ben X, this is what happens, family.
What's up? Where they at? They chasing me. They chasing you right now. They chasing you. They was just chasing you right now. What they look like? What they look like? They all black. Like black? Black is not a race. Black not a race. They Moors. What? I said they black. Why do you keep saying black? They Moors. Man, I'm finna get killed. You worry about some damn if I'm calling the Moors a black man, come save me. I can't talk to you guys like this. That's why he finna get killed, because he keeps saying black. Black is a status. It means dead. That's why he finna be dead.
Listen. So this is what he do. He goes on there and then get clowned. and then get clowned. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then get clowned. And this is how our Prophet Noble Drew Ali is being seen. And people wonder why I address all this nonsense. It was funny, Woodsell. I laughed at it. I watched it a couple times. But the point that I'm making is that this guy goes on there acting as if he is a delegate of Moorish thought. He won't come on here because I'm going to chop him up, metaphorically, allegorically. But the point of the matter is, he goes on there and then get clowned. Whatever it is, man, let's go straight to it. Let's get back to it, family. I got a couple more I want to go through with y'all and show you the ridiculousness of Canon-Bey and USAR and anybody who subscribed to this madness. Let's go. Let me see. Now, first you got to know what a crook look like. Now, I used to be one of them guys back in the day that used to be on the other side of the law, if you will. But I would rather look a man in his face and take something from him than to be a little sneaky, sly type guy. When I was one of them type of guys, I look you in your face. I look a man in his eyes and say, separate mine from yours. And whatever happened, happened. That's how I got down. Praise Allah, I made it up out that type of lifestyle. But here we go. Your brother, C. Canon-Bey, let's just read it. The United States of America versus Christopher Cannon. Christopher Cannon, a self-professed public minister of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Listen to him. Used fake $50 bills to buy 3 televisions from Sears. After a jury trial in December 2011, during which Cannon was removed from the courtroom for disruptive behavior, he was found guilty of passing counterfeit money. The district judge sentenced him to 30 months imprisonment. But before that, in January 2012, Cannon was charged with a second indictment of mail fraud arising from false insurance claims he submitted after his house burned down. The case also went to trial. This brother wasn't good at scamming the government, so now he wants to scam his people. So now he wants to scam you. He couldn't scam the government. He kept getting caught. It's like a dope boy keeps selling dope and keeps going to jail. Man, you better try something else. So now he got the young people believing that he's a president. He said, the jury found him guilty of 1 count. He was sentenced to 30 months in prison to serve consecutively to the 30 months imposed for counterfeiting conviction. I mean, now, if you want to see the case, I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to put the case, because we're going to get this show, keep it moving. I'm going to leave it right there. You know what I mean? Let me stop right there. And I want to share this with you. If you want to see the case, you can look at it right here. I'm going to put it right into the chat. You can go and see the case for yourself. It's a long case of nothing but trying to manipulate a system, trying to fraud the system. So he couldn't do that. So what is the next move? To fraud his people. to fraud his people. And frauding his people he is. Frauding his people he is. He could not do it with the European government that he called the European government. So now he chooses to fraud the people. And how does he choose it? He's faking like he got medical use marijuana. And this is what he say on his Facebook page, family. We must rebuild our economy. This is medical use only now. We need infrastructure, school, marshals, courts, parks, cemeteries, housing, farms, communities. We can do our economy as nation begins with us, supporting spending with ourselves, joining your government today, and help start building the nation tomorrow. United States Republic. He got some weed for you for medical use. He got some tags for you. Okay? Now, in order to get these tags, it says you will need the title certificate or bill of sale. Now, check out number 2. An emissions inspection certificate from the seller if required in your province. Now, somebody tell me, I'm going to put the link back in there. Somebody tell me where you get an emissions inspection in your province. Your local government own that. Your taxes pay for that. This guy's ridiculous. I'll put the link back in there in a minute, family. Give me 1 second. Now, right here, you cannot create a government with a business filing. Doesn't work like that. But according to Canon-Bey, he says it does. Now you look here. In response to your application for authority to conduct affairs in Illinois of the United States Republic Corporation, an Indiana non-profit corporation. Can y'all hear what I said? This is last year, the 10th of April, 2017. The United States of America Republic Corporation is an Indiana non-profit corporation. It's not a government, people. Anybody fell for the okie doke thinking it's a government, it's a sham. He filed it with the Secretary of State. How can you be a government to file a government with another government? How do you file and certify your government with another government? This is a business filing called the United States Republic. It's an Indiana nonprofit corporation. And in this, it says, I regret to inform you that your application has been rejected. According to General Not-for-Profit Corporation Act of 1986, as amendment, the Act of the Secretary of State shall have power and authority to reasonably necessary administer this act. You have no power when you're going to somebody else. When actuality, this is our government. Huh? That's one. He went so far where he made a terrible mistake here. He even drummed this up, claiming that he got this from the state of Maryland. Family, let me explain to you. I have a business in the state of Maryland. They do not send you anything like this. And I wish I had the paper, but I'm going to Google it and show you what it looks like. They do not send you this. So It says, I, Michael Hayes, the State Department of Assessment and Taxation of the State of Maryland, do hereby certify that the department, by laws of the state, custodian of records, this state relating to the forfeiture, suspension, corporate charters for the rights of corporation to transact business in this state, and that proper officer to execute the certificate. I certify that under the state's United States Republic Corporation qualified January 27, 2017 is a corporation. Family. Let me tell you, it's a forgery. He got this off the internet. And I'm going to show you in a minute. Stay tuned. He grabbed this off of Google. He grabbed it off of Google. Michael Higgs, he grabbed it off of Google. But what he didn't understand is that this is a fake, because they don't give them to you like that. Now let me show you what they give you. 1 second. Let me show you what they give you. Y'all with me? Are we going to beat this horse? We're going to beat this one in the ground. Let me show you what they give you. So I'm going to Google Department of Taxation and Assessment, Maryland. Let's say approval letter. Let's put approval letter. Let's just see what comes up. Let's just see what comes up. Let's see if we can find something that comes up. I think mine is in my briefcase, but I wish I could get it right now, but don't worry. Let's see what comes up. See what comes up? The actual approval level look like this. This is what it looked like. And right here, this is when they give it to you, this is the actual approval level. It actually said the date filed, the time filed, and then they give you confirmation about your articles of incorporation. This is your official, this is the way it looked. Now you can't see it because it's kind of blurry, but this is the way that it looked. It looks just like this. Matter of fact, I think mine is in my briefcase. I don't have time to run and get it, but it doesn't look like that. He grabbed this straight off of here. Now, I can go a step further, and you can look at the Secretary of State of Maryland and see he had nothing filed here in Maryland. But I seen this, and I automatically knew. Hold up. I ain't even sharing what's that. Hold up, my bad. I ain't even sharing the page. Okay, my bad. Let me run it back. So, family, this is how it looks right here. When you file for your articles of incorporation in Maryland, you get something like this. And it says the date that this was filed. It also says the time. It tells you how much you paid for it. And it tells you, and it gives you the right to go to a bank, open up whatever. And it says on there, you can't see it, but I can, because I got a couple of them. It says, please verify the information contained in this letter is to basically notify the in writing and whatever. In this paragraph, I can't read it in there. I have quite a few of them. But what it says is that this is to put people on notice that you are qualified to open bank accounts, et cetera, under the corporation in which you file. This is what he stole off the internet. Same one right here. And he chopped and screwed it. That's what he stole off the internet. I mean, and that's what he chopped and screwed. Now, as I said, I can go a step further. You know, I can go a step further and pull it up and show that he's not filed in Maryland. Yeah, he's not filed in Maryland. Not for no business. Not even for his old government. You know what I mean? So the point of the matter is that the brother really jumped out the window this one because I'm in Maryland. Matter of fact, I got a business in Maryland. Couple of them. So the point of the matter is, this is a forgery. He forged this. Notice this. Let's look at it. I'm Michael Higgins up here. Look at this. He's going to put it in all caps. Why would he put it in all caps? Because he put it in all caps and make it look like what they call your straw or whatever you want to call it. You know the all caps demonstration. They got to talk about that. But look at this. This one ain't in all caps. But if you look at it, you'll see it says mostly the same thing. And he called it a foreign business in Maryland. Family, let me put you on point. A foreign business only means that it's headquarters in another state. I'm going to say it again. He got these young people so crazy that he believed that he could tell them that he's a foreign government because he filed for a foreign business. Family, in business, the word a foreign entity only means that the headquarters is in another state. It doesn't mean that you are a foreign government. Again, family, don't be tricked. A foreign entity only means that you're the mother of the corporation, the headquarters of the corporation is in another state. That's all that means. But he got young people believing that it's a foreign corporation as if he's a real government. He's insane. Like I said, he could not work the government no more. So what happened was, chose to work you. I mean, I'm not being negative. I'm telling the truth. I want my people to be able to choose what's right and wrong from what's real and fake. And so I got to do what I got to do. This is why this stuff get out of hand, because nobody addresses it. Well, I am. Now, as we wrap this up, these brothers, or this brother is playing nation. It's like playing cops and robbers. They don't have no real bullets. They don't have no real solutions. They're playing nation. So they draw up these pictures online. They don't have no police cars. They don't have no marshals. They draw this stuff up. They come with a whole bunch of seals. There's a little kid here about to set himself up for some foolishness, following this old fool. And that's the first time I ever said this on this network. But this brother is foolish. And he's dragging these children with him. He's dragging these children with him. He created all these little things right here. And I don't even think he's technically inclined to do it. It's probably these young people that don't have a sense of direction. That don't have a sense of direction. Following this madness. Young guy done grabbed himself a European. Boo loving. And if she ain't a European, boy, she close to it. But that's your thing. I ain't going to personalize that. But at the end of the day, family, this is madness. And we got to put something to compare it to. So let's go back here. This brother said you must be nationalized by the state in which you live and become a part of your own government in order to effectuate change. We provide required civil classes for you to learn this, how this is done. Upon completion, you become a national citizen of the United States Republic. Family, if you choose to follow this after today, that's on you. that's on you. Because I've given you all the proof that this has nothing to do with the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. This has nothing to do with the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. William Salter, you can follow it all you want. I hope you're not an old brother. Because if you're a young brother, you still got a chance. But most older people that get sucked into this type of foolishness, ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. Most of them. But I'm telling you that this has nothing to do with the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet Noble Drew Ali wanted us to get back into the constitutional fold of this government in which we find ourselves in, exact our power, and bend it to our will to bring our people up out of this situation. That's what it is. He wants us to bring our people up out of this situation by using what we have on hand. Wouldn't you like to, in the words of Brother Sharif, be the power instead of fighting the power? Do you know how you can become the power? Activate your Moorish Science Civic locally. Most people gonna be mad at me. Guess what? Let me tell y'all something. Real talk. Whether you're from Taj Tariq Bey camp, or whether you're from any splinter Moorish group, no matter what you're a part of, I'm gonna tell you this for a fact. I would guarantee you some people in the temple probably feeling a little bit uneasy right now. I can almost convince you some leaders in the temple are being a little uneasy right now. Because a lot of this stuff that I'm teaching haven't been taught since the time of the prophet. I'm going to say it again. A lot of this stuff that I'm teaching has not been taught since the time of the prophet Noble Drew Ali. And that's the fact. And that's why people don't recognize it. But the good thing about it is the prophet Noble Drew Ali left his footprints clearly cut. The prophet said the 14th and the 15th Amendment do not apply to us. Because you are born free according to the free national constitution. It never changed. According to the free national constitution, all men are created equal and free. So there's no need to free somebody who was created free. So the 14th and 15th Amendment don't apply to me. That's the Prophet Noble Drew Ali words. So anybody talking about Abraham Lincoln freed somebody, scratch it. Anybody talking about that you have to declare your nationality, scratch it. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said proclaim your nationality. And what is proclaim but to shout out, to let people know, and to live in the quality of character that nationality embodies. Come on, man. Brother, Sadiq L, you got to understand context. When the prophet declared us a nation, that was in the context of the prophet fulfilling the prophecy. The same way Muhammad said, today I have perfected your religion and it is Islam. The prophet said, today I declare you a nation. But family, yes, he declared us a nation on October 17, 1928, but God doggone it, when we going to build it? When we going to build it? He declared us a nation, but we must build it. He declared us a nation, but we must build it. We must take our place in the affairs of men. We ain't worried about 33. I can debate you on anything 33 dealing with the prophet's teaching. I can debate anybody on the, man, Canon-Bey at yahoo.com. I can show you how the prophet's teaching supersedes the changes of 1933. That's that Taj Tariq junk. That's that Taj Tariq trash. And I would debate anybody on it, that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches supersede any changes that happened in 33, whether it be the gold standard or the stock market. Bet that. Now test me. Think I just get on here just yelling. That's why ain't nobody gonna come up here and challenge me. Ain't nobody gonna come up here and challenge me. Like I say, and you can bring your own moderator. I'll be quiet and let you talk. No, William Salter, does not build a nation as it relates to starting a business and calling it a nation. You don't create a website and call it a nation. You don't rob people for fake tags. You get away from a traffic stop this year, next year you shot in the head. The prophet put people in the political offices of the day that he was living in. And we must fulfill the same thing that the prophet did. If the prophet put a judge on the seat, then you must become the judge today. Your child must become the judge today. If the prophet put the aces in Congress, then you must become the congressman. Your child must become the congressman. If the prophet Noble Drew Ali put 2 people in alderman seats, then you must become the alderman. You must become the councilman. And we must do this in every city. We must do this in every city until the city is ours. Man, let me put the link in here, man, just in case somebody want to join the virtual temple. That's right. I mean, that's right, nation is business. But you've been tricked, William Salter. The Republic don't have no business going on when it comes to nationhood and status. They don't have nothing going on with that. Brother, you guys are playing. Y'all playing nation with no power. You playing nation. Free national standards and power makes a man in a nation. You have no free national standards because you're going to the European and asking for something. You have no power because they can pull you over today and say, don't move your car. And they decide whether they let you go or let you stay. You have no power. You have no power. Free national standards and power makes a man in a nation. That's what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches. So, and at the end of the day, it's up to y'all, family. It's up to y'all. If y'all want to carry on and believe in this fantasy that Canon-Bey brings to you as a remedy, you done gone crazy. If you believe that Canon-Bey has the remedy, you done lost your mind. You done really lost your mind. Because Canon-Bey don't have no remedy. Only one has the remedy is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Only one have the remedy is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I mean that. That's it. That's all. Anybody else, they play a nation until they take all your little finances, they benefit themselves, and then they go on their merry way. You know? Or they just make it perpetual. They just get one generation like Taj, one generation after the next, after the next, after the next, and y'all take care of him for the rest of life. But matter of fact, I remember just 15 years ago, Taj was still making cabinets. But guess what happened? Business picked up. Yeah. Business picked up. And guess what happened? Cabinet making ceased. Yeah. I remember probably 10 years ago, he was talking about making cabinets. Guess what happened? More books were sold. More people came to the lectures. More people believed in the nonsense. And in closing, let me just put this email in there. In closing, I can't let nobody escape. So give me 1 second. Look at this email real quick. I can't let nobody escape due to the fact that a lot of this is the temple holds some responsibility. The temple definitely holds some responsibility. And the reason why the temple holds responsibility, should be held accountable, is because the temple didn't give the people an alternative. Y'all Steve talking about no different than a church. You ain't never been to a temple at Canon-Bey. You ain't never been to a temple. You quoting Todd's 1980 statements. The Moorish movement ain't stagnant. You stagnant. You stagnant for saying it's stagnant. You don't even know what the Moorish movement is. That's why we cleaning it up. Ain't nothing stagnant about the Moorish movement. You stagnant. Because you don't understand what the prophet did. And so you teaming up with other people who don't know what the prophet did. You don't know the mission of the prophet, Noble Ali, and for our people. That's why you don't understand. You know, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Hey, brother. Sovereign Moore, formerly known as. The Moore, formerly known as. Brother, I sent you 2 invites. Brother, you can email me. You can email. Brother, you are stagnant. You ain't moving as no nation. You ain't moving as no nation. You may accomplish things individually on your own. I got a lot accomplished on my own. But when you talk about the Moors are stagnant, you talking about yourself. Because you got a Bey on your name. So what you mean you ain't stagnant? You got a Bey on your name and you said the Moors are stagnant, then you stagnant too. Now, that's what it is. Put my old school thing in it now. Now. And I still love you, brother. But the stuff that most people been taught to be Moorish science is just not. It's just not. And anybody want to challenge any of my information, and anybody who bring information on this channel, you are welcome to email me at this email address, taharkabey@yahoo.com, or the one that I put in the chat. You are welcome. But we can't get on here with name calling because that don't prove nothing for the people. We can't get on here with caught up in your emotions because that don't prove nothing to the people. You got to get on here knowing that Taharkabey, he gets amped up. But you can bring your own moderator. You know what I mean? You can bring your own moderator. I'll make it on Tuesday so I can bring mine. Shout out to Ishmael Bey. Y'all may say what you want about Ishmael Bey, but Ishmael Bey is fair. He tell me when my time is up. He tell me be quiet when it's time for me to be quiet. He tell the other brother when that time is up. So the problem is that nobody right now has the backbone to face Taharkabey with that information because they know I'm going to word for word the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I have studied the Prophet Noble Drew Ali words over and over and over again. No, Akil Bey, the moderator is one that's just keep the order, brother. That's all. That's all. We just want to keep order so the people can get the information. That's it. And trust me, we're moving on the ground, family. Family, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all don't get caught up in the nonsense of this Canon-Bey nonsense. If you do, I say you make a speedy reparation. Catch yourself. Understand that the prophet literature is right there for you. The prophet literature is right there for you to compare. If the prophet tells you that, and let me go over this in closing real quick. I'm going to take 5 minutes in closing. Take 5 minutes to wrap this up for those who didn't see it in the beginning. If the prophet tells you from his own words, let me blow this up. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their free national constitution, are all one family bearing one free national name. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government, the question is, what constitutional government is he talking about? He's talking about the Constitution of the United States. What is the free national name of the Constitution of the United States? It's American. Those who refuse to recognize the free national name of their free constitutional government are classed as undesirables. Now, when we go to paragraph 3, there is but one issue for them to be recognized by this government. What government is he talking about? The United States government and of the earth. And it comes to your connection to the Moorish National and Divine Movement. How does that work? Because we are going to teach you how to effectively apply your nationality and civics. Nobody else taught you this before the prophet. So it only comes through your connection to the Moorish Divine and National Movement, which is incorporated in this government. In this government. What government is he talking about? The government of the United States. And recognized by all nations of the world. How is it recognized by all nations of the world? Because it's a legal entity incorporated into the government of the United States. And you can pull the file. And through it, they and their children will receive their divine rights unmolested by other citizens. So if there's other citizens, you are a citizen. That they can cast a free national ballot. What is a national ballot? That is the presidential ballot at the polls under a free national constitution of the states. Plural. What is the free national constitution of the states government? That is the Constitution of the United States of America. And under that Constitution, everybody has a free national name bearing one free national name. Family, say it with me. Your free national name is American. You don't have to like it, but it is what it is. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. Your national descent name or your descent name is Moorish. Your free national name is American. Just like anybody else who is under the constitutional fold of the United States government. And with that, you can put a poll at the national ballot. 13th and 14th Amendment doesn't apply because I'm born free and I'm born a citizen. It doesn't apply to me. It doesn't apply to free-born people. And the law must live. You don't have to want to be American. Your free national name is American, Simon Bey. That's right. That's right. People ain't used to it. I said some sheiks in the temple gonna be mad at me. They ain't study this right. Canon-Bey, you said I nationalized a lot of people, started with myself. Brother, there's no such thing of being nationalized, brother. You may have a nationalization ceremony. That's right. No, Moorish is your national descent name. Your free national name is America. American. Your free national name is American. Let me show you one more time what the prophet says. You can't nationalize yourself. You're born with a nationality. You just don't know it. That's all it is. The citizens. Do it one more time for you. This is the prophet words. The citizens of all free national governments. What government is he talking about? According to their free national constitution. What constitution is he talking about? Of all one family bearing one free national name. So if all the citizens of America of this free national constitution, we all have to have the same free national name. It doesn't matter if you're Greek. It doesn't matter if you're French. It doesn't matter. The citizens of all free national government. This whole document is talking about the Constitution. But he said the citizens. We are not the only citizens of this Constitution. So the free national name surpasses Moorish American. Moorish, as I said before, is your national descent name. In all other governments, when a man is born and raised and asks for his national descent name, that is different. I love my people and I desire their unity back to my own national divine standards because day by day they have been violating the national and constitutional laws of their government. What laws and constitution government he's talking about? By claiming names and principles that are unconstitutional. What constitution is he talking about? If Italians, Greeks, English, Japanese, Turks, and Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name, which is one family bearing one free national name. And it is before the constitutional government of the United States, it is no more than right that the law should be enforced upon who? All other American citizens alike. That includes you. To be recognized by the government in which you live and the nations of the earth. You have a national descent name, which is Moorish science. Moorish science, which is Moorish. And you have a free national name, which is American. Go back and read this closely. Go back and read this closely. And when you go back and read it closely, go back and teach your people. Because when you see on this paragraph 3, there's but one issue for them to be recognized by this government and of the earth, and it comes to the connection of the Moorish National Divine Movement, which is incorporated in this government and recognized by all nations of the world, and through it, their children can receive their divine rights unmolested by other American citizens, that they can cast a free national ballot. Huh? Where you was casting a ballot at? With Canon-Bey? This brother still talking about slavery. Bro, are you following the prophet? Let me show you what the prophet said. Real quick. The prophet says this, and this is the last time I'm going to say it. The prophet said, the 14th and the 15th Amendment brought the North and South in unit, placing the Southerners, who were at that time without power, with constitutional body of power. That dispels the myth that the Articles of Federation had something to do with us, because he tells us that they did not have power. Okay? They did not have power. So all of those, let me look you in your face. So all of those keep talking about the Articles of Confederation. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali says that the South was without power. So the Articles of Federation does not apply to us because they were without power. That's number one. Number two, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali says this, and I'm going to close it out on this note, family. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Even those who disagree with me, I invite you to come on the show if you're available. He says that, this is the Prophet's words, the Southerners who were at the time without power killed the Articles of Federation theory with the Constitution of body of power. At that time, 1865, the Free National Constitutional Law, he didn't say Constitution, the Free National Constitutional Law that was enforced since 1774 declared all men equal and free. And if, only if, all men are declared by a free national constitution, now I need to mention constitution, to be free and equal, since that constitution has never been changed, there is no need for the application of the 13th and 14th Amendment for the salvation of our people and citizens. Stop. Family, throw the 14th and 15th Amendment in the trash. It don't apply to you. You were born equal and free according to the laws that was enforced since 1774, and then they went on the record in 1776. That's the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teaching. Brother, there's a lot that the Prophet didn't say, but there's a lot that he did say, and we shouldn't be arguing about because it's written right there. That's the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Peace and love, family. I'll be back with another one real soon. Real soon. I love you, Ish. I'm waiting on you to come back, Ish. You gotta come back, Ish. Brother, we are the real Americans, brother. That's another show, government. That we are the true Americans, more. But we find ourselves under this constitutional government, and we must use it and bend it to our will. You know what I mean? We must use it and bend it to our will. Period, point blank. Again, I would invite anybody to bring their information. I would even teach you how to screen share so you can share it with the people. Brother, you ain't got to argue. I'm going to be quiet while you present your information. And then you be quiet while I present mine. The Articles of Confederation don't apply to us. They was without power. They had no power. They lost the war. They lost the war, brother. They had no power. The Article of Federation, throw it in the trash. Doesn't apply. The Prophet already said what he was talking about. He mentioned the dates, 1774. Go see what happened in Carpenter's Hall in 1774. The Prophet, if the Prophet says 1774, why are we coming up with all these other dates? The Prophet said 1774. He said if the laws of 1774 haven't changed, so there's no need for application of anything else. Go see what happened in 1774, and then you will throw the Articles of Confederation in the trash too. It don't apply. It don't apply. because the prophet took you to 1774. And he told you what he was talking about. He told you what he was talking about. The Naturalization Act wasn't for us, brother. That wasn't for us. That wasn't for us. The Naturalization Act wasn't for us. We was born here. We couldn't be naturalized. We was born here. We was born here. Naturalization don't apply for. That's that Bratton Bay stuff to get you to go through 100 classes and pay $1,000 before you become a citizen of the Moorish American National Republic. That ain't us. That ain't us. It's that Bratton Bay stuff. That's that Roy Bay stuff. Moorish American National Republic. Exactly. Why were we born here need to be naturalized? Anybody fall for that one, really falling for the okie doke. Really falling for okie doke. But with that, I'm going to say peace and love, family. I'm about, family. I love y'all. We're going to do this again real soon. We're going to do this real soon. Peace and love.